Okay, second cities. This is 5.5, the on your owns. I circle the ones that I'd like you to do. This whole row, these two. Let's see if you can figure out some missing factors. And then this word problem. And I'll give you a hint. This word problem has two steps, two different operations you're going to have to do to solve it. Okay, so circle these problems, then pause the video and come back and push play when you're ready to check your answers. Okay, so 2 times 70. This row asks you to draw a quick picture. So we're going to make sure that we draw pictures of our tens blocks. Okay, so 2 times 70 is 2 groups of 70, 2 rows of 70. Okay, so here's my 2 rows of 70. Now I'm going to circle a group of 10 of them to make it into 100. Okay, so I was able to get 10 into this square. The square means like a hundreds block, right? And then there were 4 left over, so I just redrew those ones there. So I have 100 and 10, 20, 30, 40, 140. So now I'm going to do that again for the next one. 8 times 50, 8 rows of 50. If you did not draw all of these like the directions said, pause your video now, go back and draw all of them just like I drew this one. Okay, so here's my 8 rows of 50. Now I'm going to, whoops, now I'm going to circle 10 of them at a time. Remember, 10 tens is like 100, so I'm going to draw it into a square. Okay, so 10 tens at a time would give me actually 4 hundreds. And there's no tens left over, so I just have 400. All right, let's do it again for 3 groups of 90. Okay, here's my 3 rows of 90. Count out 10 and turn it into 100. All right, so when I did that, I got 2 hundreds and then there were 7 tens left over. Is that what you got? So 2 hundreds is 100, 200, then 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 270. Okay, last one, 2 rows of 80. Here's my 2 rows of 80. Okay, and I'm going to get 10 tens, circle them into 100. All right, so then that gave me 100, and then there were 6 tens left over. So 100, and then 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 160. Okay, so that was all the hard work where you had to draw all of it out. For the rest of them, you can choose whatever strategy is best for you. I think what will be easiest for you, most of you, is to do the cross out the zero trick. So 80 times 3 is like 8 times 3. Just cross out the 0 for a second. And 8 times 3 is 24. And then put that 0 back into the answer. Did you get that? Good job if you did. Okay, let's do it again. Cross out the 0. 6 times 9, 54. And then put the 0 back in. 90 times 8. 9 times 8 is 72. Then put the 0 back in. And last one, 8 times 8, cross out the 0. It's 64. And then put the 0 back in. Okay, now these ones are the backwards ones where you have to find the missing factor. So what would you multiply by 30 to equal 30? How many 30s do you need to get 30? Well, just one 30 gets you 30. So B would be 1. Let's check to see if that works. Is 1 times 30 30? Yeah. Okay, now what do you multiply 50 to equal 0? If you have 50 fish bowls, how many do you put inside each one to get 0 total fish? 0. Good job, you got that one. Okay, next one, number 26. This is a 2-step problem. It says Ava's class bought 6 packages of balloons for a school celebration. When I hear packages, I'm thinking of like bags, I'm thinking of groups. So this is my groups. Each package had 30. That's how many in each. If 70 balloons were left, how many balloons were used for the party? All right, so I'm thinking that since I see each, I know I'm going to have to do multiplication. Since I see the word left, I think I'm going to have to do subtraction. So those are going to be my two steps. And we always like to do subtraction last. Do the multiplication first. So 6 times 30 is first. And we've been learning strategies for that. Cross out the 0, do 6 times 3, which is 18, and then put the 0 back in. That's my first step. Now I need to do subtraction. 180 minus 17. We have to remember our subtraction steps. Remember, I can't start on the bottom and go 7 minus 0. It's not allowed. I have to start on top. 0 minus 7. Can you do 0 minus 7? No. So you're going to have to regroup. Take away 1 from your neighbor. The 8 take away 1 is 7. And then I get 10 more. The 0 plus 10 more is 10. 10 minus 7 is 3. 7 minus 1 is 6. And 1 minus nothing is 1. So there are 163 balloons that they used for the party since they started with 180 and there's 17 left over. Okay, guys, you are done for today and you get tomorrow off. So you get to take a break for tomorrow, and on Monday, you'll take your test. Bye, guys. Have a great weekend.